Oh, here we go. Here's the work.
Uh,
Good, 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 good.
Am I off
That's
screen yet?
that's good the way you do that part. Where you go. Well, actually, let me go back to a correction part. Oh shit, it's even
Okay.
weirder now. Yeah, this camera is weird. So anyways, uh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Here it kind of comes up a little, out a little bit, like 45 degrees out, kind of, as opposed to going down this way. It's more. It does. You're pushing down, yes, but it's more 45 degrees, kind of like when you do this one. Well, it's different. It's different. Actually, I'm sorry. It's here, there, out a little, then. This part's good because you drop the hip here, which is good. That's what it's supposed to be. Drop the hip and out.
Okay.
That's good. It's like kill the horse move. But go ahead and continue. The move was good. It was just instead of from back here, you can see it. Instead of here, right? It's more. Yeah, you're not letting them get quite as close. Yeah, yeah. Or they come in, but you send them back out.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm so lost. Here.
That's it. Good, good. Oh, there. It's a this is just a little subtle correction. I just remember my teacher correcting me on this move. Is shit. Boom, 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 boom. Shit. Which move was it? Here. So when you go here, you stay on the front leg. You turn a little bit here, and you turn a little bit, like no more than 45 degrees this way, but you're on your front leg still. You don't go to your back leg. You go back leg, front leg. Now you're on your front leg. Twist, twist. But the weight generally stays in the front leg on that one. The back leg is still doing a lot of work, pushing, but the weight is in the front leg. So then I'll do it in class. There you go. That's it. That's it. On that part, um, uh, oh, sorry. All right, from here, when you from here, slow down a little. Like you're doing the kill the horse part good, which is fine. Let me move this. So, here. So you've done this killing the horse, which is good. Dropping the. Still can't see. Dropping this. Now, step out. The foot's still upright, and look. Take your time. Don't go here. You wanna. You remember you're hanging from the string. The weight's here. The foot's still up on this end. You kind of push into this leg. So push over and then out. Or let me see. Yeah, like this. Shit, where are we at? Sorry. Here. So push to your front leg. And actually, it's a little bit, the timing is a little bit like right hand, left hand, and then it kind of catches up. So think of this. Just think of this. Actually, all you got to do is think. Okay, someone's standing right here, close to you, like they're on you right here. So you're stepping in the back of their leg, right? And then, well, this leg's in front, they got the other leg in back. So you're doing like a southpaw on right hand, or in this case, be right hand on the southpaw. But in other words, the front legs are meeting each other. You're not standing where you're both southpaw or so both orthodox. You're standing where one of you is orthodox and one of you is southpaw, whichever way it may be. So you're stepping into the same side. Anyway, so they're standing there. You step in back of them. You throw them over your leg, right? Because they're standing right here. You throw them over your leg. Boom. Right. Or at least that's one way to think of it. It's the same thing as this. It's really the same thing as almost the same thing as this. Except for you're going both of them. And it's not exactly the same timing because you're going pow, pow. Yeah. And just like this, actually that's fine. That's good. Do it one more time from here. Yeah, the only thing I would say to work on is this. So okay, so you're here, you're all on this leg, right? You're all in this leg. Is to not necessarily come out here, but to bending in the hip right here, right? Is to sit back. You don't want to bend too much, but you're still hanging from the string. But you want to sit down here, bend, and then push from this leg. Push, and you push into this leg. Don't push up, because then they can just sweep your leg out. Push this way. So you put all of the weight down there. In here. So same thing here. Get under. So it's like this, watch. Think like you're underwater, but you're fighting someone else that's underwater. So you're doing the whole, you're like going, throwing them over the legs. So it's a shoulder strike, right? You're going, but they check your shoulder. They check your shoulder, so the elbow comes out, right? When they check the shoulder, the elbow comes out. But then they block the elbow too. So it goes, pow, pow. That doesn't work. Pow. All right, it's like a whip. Do it underwater. So really work the legs. Don't let it float up. Well, there's a float and a sink, but just make sure what makes the float happen is the sink first. Sink, 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 sink. And this part floats, relaxes. Okay. So don't come out here this way. Let this hang back and turn from here. Turn. All right. So anyways, go ahead and do that one. There's a lot of little details, so don't worry about it. I just want to do the basic. That part. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Okay, go ahead. I think you're on your second time. Yeah. Good.
And I'm not really sure about that one.
That's good. That's good.
After that.
That's really good. Let me just say a couple things for a couple moves before that, just a couple little minor things. So this is good. Good. That was all pretty good there. That was good. On this part, you don't really want to look away,
Okay.
like here, because the idea is they can like kind of check you, the shoulder. Well, actually, that don't matter. It's because it's just a different move actually. If you're going here, you have to maybe if you're doing this or something. But anyways, it's more of a like here, you wind up the leg almost like you're gonna swing a baseball bat. You're getting all this from here down. You're just getting like a swing a baseball bat, or better yet, like you're drawing a bow. But you still have your triangle. You know, the triangle's not like this, obviously, but it's here. Really get the triangle off here. Triangle's still on. So, and it's all here. So you're using your legs to go push back here and push forward this way. You're going, so it's working all in here. Wind up, wind up, wind up. And then you do the opposite. You push back here and push up this way. So you here, and then you push back, push back, push back. And as soon as the hands cross each other, let it out. You turn. Yeah. And you are actually I should get out my way more. So then you're gonna go here. It's similar to this, right? This or this. Only it's not here. It's like mid range. Not the bottom, not the top. It's right here. Solar plexus, more or less. So here, you wind up. Right, so this one goes, pow. So I'm hitting someone, pow. But now here comes a punch, so you get behind it. So this does this, and this one does this. So it's just like this, right? But with the fist. Once again, it doesn't bend. You know, you don't go too much, right? It's not like the hand where you can go more. It's just a slight bend. But it's not like straight here. It's more of a here or here. When you're doing the twist. So here. Bring this here. And then. Yeah, see, so it goes out. Now this is kind of the same thing, but now you got your hands open. So it's here, the same thing. You're just not doing it here or here. You're in the middle this time. Here. And then same thing, you come out the same way out, like out over. It's the same deal. Like if as far as the way you would use it, like if you're kind of like you're underwater, you go they block your shoulder, you come up with the elbow. Then you go here, wind up again, wind up, using your legs to wind up. Right here, right? Wind up, then push out, come out that way. Okay, so you wind up the leg, unwind. Here. Then in this case, we're just gonna go. So you already had the moves. It's just you just want to look at the like the way you would do the wave. Basically, it's just like the form. But you're missing this. You gotta do that. You're kind of just doing it a little more flat. But anyways, go ahead. Go ahead and just go from the punch. Oh, I'm sorry. Do a punch one more time. Yeah, remember I'll just say one more thing, but don't worry too much about it for now. But later, you're gonna wanna this one is primary, the one coming back before you do this. I mean, they kind of look like the same thing, but it's just like if you do this. They don't really go the same time like this. The body's a little ahead, and this one is gonna hit back here before this hits here. So it's not exactly the same. Just naturally when you let them swim. Same thing here. This one is slightly ahead. So you don't actually do this like you just turn your body and let them go by themselves, right? And that'll allow them the punch to come out. It comes out and then relaxes at the same time. So it doesn't not like you don't like not let it come out here. It comes out, but it relaxes. But you don't not with the arms. It's just from here, from the legs. Yeah. It doesn't have to be fast. That's the energy of it though. Good.
Cool.
Remember from here you're gonna. Oh, let's go this way. Turn. Just like you were doing with the punches where you're winding up, wind up, wind up. Let them unwind and relax. Now you go. It's kind of a funny move. For now, it's going to be hard. Just worry about just get the flow of it now. And we'll put the power in later. But when you put on this one, it's really, you actually do this in all the moves. It's a double wind up. So you're here, like I'm going wind up, right? For a punch. But then I wind up in the other leg. Then let them unwind both at the same time as you relax. So don't worry too much about it for now. But there's a lot going on in the waist and the legs here. You're doing a lot of the idea is they say it's like you're wringing out a towel, wringing the water out of the towel. You're doing that to your own body here with your waist and your legs. You're working the legs, and then that torques the waist. And anyway, so here you turn. It's a tight turn. It's not like one of these, but it's turns here. Now twist the other way. And then this one, sorry, my timing's off a little. It doesn't look like, it looks like this one. So there you go. Now relax. Now wind up the left side with the hip. Wind up the left hip. Shift over, wind up the right hip. Let them both unwind and sit back and wind up again. By relaxing, you're winding up again, right? You're going, but you don't see it. You just go. Now, wind up this hip, but big though. Wind up. And you come back. All right. Now you wind up. And this is a repeating move. This is one of those moves you can just do over and over here. One of these ones. But let me just see how far you're comfortable with, because that's probably a little far right now. That's
the first I've seen those after this.
Let's get those transition moves, and then we'll get to this part. Yeah. So go ahead. I just want to see where you're comfortable too, because those transition moves I kind of skip through kind of quick.
From here.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay. I should have just gone one move after that. Okay.
Can I ask first the foot position for this?
It's basically like just a horse stance.
And it's flat. Okay.
Pretty much. Unlike the other moves that we've done before, yes. The other ones are all a little more standard bow stance, you know. Here, you are doing, you are shifting around and all that. You're never really stuck double weighted, even though your weight might be in the middle. Don't worry about the double weighted thing. That means something else actually. But you never, you're hardly usually in the double have your weight evenly distributed. Here you kind of do, but you're already shifting and winding up, and then winding up over here, and then. I think I forgot. I'm supposed to be showing you I'm mixing it together, which you do later, but I need to be showing you a bigger circle so it makes sense. You want to go circle, make a whole circle. Now, when I get to the second circle here, I'm going to do a little loop-de-doo-loo, which makes it so I go circle, and then it goes boom. That's from downways. It looks like that. It goes circle, circle. Now when I get to here, the second circle, I'm going to do this one. Circle. When I get to the second circle, bunch of hands here, and then.
Okay, so it goes. So from the top is coming out, coming back, coming out again, and then in.
Yeah, pretty much. Something like that. Yeah. Here, I'll go slow. See, so you're still using the body to do it. All right, like you're stirring a witch's brew. It's real thick. All right, see, I go here. Only here you're going this way. It's a little tricky. It's simple, but not when you learn it. Not when you first learn it.
Okay, so let me try it.
I remember this part being real awkward when I learned it.
Okay, so it's
especially because I had somebody that was real shitty showing me. They had the worst student showing me. There you
go. I don't think I understand this one yet, but there's a bunch that I don't understand yet. Okay, so wind up. Yeah. And then the final position is the feet are forward.
Still 50-50.
Like horse stance.
They're not exactly straightforward. They'll touch out, but just a little bit.
And then the arms are, I mean, my upper body is facing in the same direction, center?
Yeah, let me sort of.
Okay.
So here you go. I'm just shifting the weight there, not really moving the feet. And then,
Okay, so you end up.
and all this part is actually the feet will stay pretty much the same throughout this whole thing. Even here, all through here. They don't change until you do this. That's all true. It's a lot of little funny work with the hips and the legs shifting when you're doing that. Because you're moving like you're hanging from a string, right? And there's a ball hanging here, it's kind of heavy. So you kind of sit back too. You probably can't see because of the TV actually, but like I'm wearing black too, but it's like you're sitting back. So you're going, see, I'm sitting back, like I'm winding up, but then as I unwind, I also relax and sit back again. So I'm going like the end of single whip or something, or end of any of these moves, you go boom, boom, and you sit back. And all goes back to the leg. It fills up. Same thing here. So I've gone here. Out, and this one goes on here. Here. Now sit down and relax right now. I wind up at the left side. Wind up at the right side. Not too, don't let it go too much, just a little. But wind up. Sorry, I gotta do the whole circle, sorry. So wind up, and here. And then now you're gonna go wind up with this hip. Here you go, sit back. Some people do it real low. Some people they're real flexible, strong in the leg there. And they'll go here. Oh, by the way, this is called beast animal pose or beast head pose. They got names like that. I think it's
actually
beast head pose is in the other set when you do it a little bit different.
For this pose, your like belly button is facing over your left foot.
This one?
Yeah.
Nah, they're around your chest.
No, I mean your hips are facing towards your left foot as opposed to like your right foot.
Good question. Let me see. It's almost 50-50, but your head is pointed a little bit more towards your left.
Okay.
Left. Yeah, because then you're gonna go kind of here like that, right? Like push, wind up your right leg. And some people do it this way. They sit way back down, but I'm just not flexible. You have to be real strong. Here, here. And then push. Remember, it's like you're underwater. Here's see the arms there, so it's like here you go. So, and then this is where you go into the move. So let me just see the transition part, and then we'll go into the move, which we can just repeat that over because that's a main move.
The transition is here, and the transition is here.
Yeah, that's it. So think of the reason I say like underwater. Think of this like so now you're using your legs to pull. It's not really this, right? It's using your I'm lighting this leg up, right? So you're going, using your leg to push yourself back. Now, as you do that, the legs go first, the legs, then the hands follow. Now I'm here, the hands are still flowing back, but as they're flowing back, the legs are already gonna go the other way. So now I'm already pushing into my heel here. So you know, you can't really see it, but look, I'm pushing into the heel, pushing the heel, pushing the heel. So that's already on its way back. If I were to do this and then try it, it'd be too late. I would just get run over, you know. It's like before this is all the way back, you're already on the way forward. Now here, I'm already with this leg getting ready to push back now. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like that like underwater thing. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Slow down though. Slow down. Don't go like see there? Well, that was pretty good actually. Yeah, that's it. You don't want to go too far ahead, but you just want to use this, not this. And then this will catch up, and then the legs are already going the other way. All right. So anyway, let's let me see you go from here. I just want to make sure that part's smooth and you know, like comfortable enough so we can go to the next part. It'll be easy to remember. Remember, don't go past 45 on those. Don't even quite go to 45. Just almost 45. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Let me say one little thing, one little small detail. Okay, you're here. Wind up. Now you're here, right? You're slightly 45 degrees, not quite 45, but almost 45 here, right? Now, not quite out too much. It's kind of, well, not that far, as opposed to out. It's more here. So anyways, so you're here. Now, this overlap. So you're here, overlap this way to your left side. Overlap, and see as you overlap, that gives your leg a chance to start pushing back already. My leg's already pushing back. Pushing, but you just don't see it. There it is. Now you can see it. There you go. Anyway, so it goes. How? Overlap to your left. Draw back to your right. Push to your left up this way. They're going to kind of do the same thing. You're kind of draw them back. But now, the hands are here. See that? So, on that last one, you go. Now, when you're here, let me show you a close up. You're here, like I've shifted my weight over, I've turned my waist. Now, don't worry about the legs yet. This goes through and gets behind them. Now you're on the other side. And you shift your weight, then turn. And then as you finishing shifting your weight and turning, this one comes out. And it's the same move as when you did this. Almost the same. This thing. Kind of the breakdancing move when they do that thing. It's kind of like that. You're going, then you get behind them. See that? So you're going. Get behind them. When you use the fist, it's not as flexible. It's more flexible when you open hand. Fist, it's more this way. It's a tighter circle, so we'll use it a little different. It's the same circle expressed it a little different, I guess you could say with the hand. But does that make sense? So like, here, to the pot, make a full circle, then make a part like a curly circle for the to make it chew. Overlap. Overlap back here. And overlap up over here. Now I'm bringing it back, but I'm doing this. And I turn and shift over this way. Shift. Oh, watch me. I don't turn right away. I just shift, and turn. And then this goes out. And I'm on. As this goes out, my leg is already starting to go here, right? So here I'm already pushing back with the leg, and this catches up. And I'm already pushing back with the other leg. Then the body catches up. So you see the hand. This is at I guess your belly button here, or a little higher than the belly button, about the belly button, I guess. And this one is protecting like your here and up. So you're going, but you're not going like this, right? You're going. Actually, another thing, you're not using the shoulders, right? The shoulders are just relaxed. What you're using is the trunk, well, the legs and the trunk are shifting, and using this, shifting, using that, shifting. So it actually makes if you were to look down from the top, you see a figure 8. You don't see just a gondola pushing back and forth. It's actually not that. They showed it to me that way at first, and it really messed with my head why it never worked. But yeah, it's more like that. It's subtle, so you don't necessarily see it as much, but it's there. It's more like especially in the leg, pushing back this way, and at the same time pushing, as I'm pushing that way, pushing this way, so it's like, and then this way you push back here, right?
Okay, cool.
So this is happening. So you're doing this, just like I was showing you these. Only it's going to be the other circles, the opposite circle. Here. Now. See that? There's a figure 8 in it. There you go. There you go. Oh, try one hand at a time since they're doing the same thing. Sometimes it helps to do that when you're doing a repeating exercise. So you're gonna go. Oh, you know what I meant to say? I'm sorry. So legs and trunk, right? But the shoulders aren't going to do anything. They're not doing anything. If anything, they just relax at the end. But that's just in place. It's not really active. The forearms and the wrist and the hand, just like in boxing, you're going to use that more than the shoulder, you're just going to use the hand. So I meant that. So it's like this. You're not engaging the shoulder. This is really relaxed. But you do engage the forearm. So the body turns. You see that? I'm connecting it. So I'm not really doing this. I'm just turning, and it's turning this one. So it takes to face me. Now as I turn, it goes that way. Okay, this move is actually going to do this though. So it's going to go here, and then as I do this. Oh, here, just put this in your hip actually. So turn, and then it goes this. Now I turn. All right, let's try this hand. The body's always ahead of it. You use the body like your giant steering wheel. For a giant truck, and you're having to do a steering wheel, but you got to use your whole weight shift and your waist to turn it. So check it out. It's like this. Or have you ever had to turn barrels? Like you have to do a barrel and you're trying to turn them. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a barrel, you turn on its side, you have to go zoom, make it go. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's like that. You get a barrel. That's actually what the Chen guys used to do. The Chen stylists, they put a little steering wheel thing above a barrel, like with concrete and stuff, so they can steer it. And they go on. Let's see, you're using your legs. Look at that, and it works the shit out of your legs the different way. This way, like here. Wind up the right leg, wind up the left leg. So that's the idea, you know. That's probably a lot. I know I'm throwing a lot at you on these moves, but it's just I figure what would just take what makes sense. What doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Just try to. If I throw enough out there, I think one of them will be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, you know. But anyways, so you go. Back. See, there's this one too. It looks different from the side, right? They call this part one of the nicknames is pulling toffee. Mm-hmm. This is really good for I was telling you, it's really good for the for grappling. So you'll sometimes you can get them where they kind of have you in a move 80% of it, but it's enough for them to go ahead and go for it because they got like 80% of the move. But you can use that against them and draw them into counters and stuff. So keep doing that. That's pretty good. Go slow there. Okay, so there's a little. If this makes sense, take it. If not, don't worry about it. But remember this, this part. Okay. So this, instead of coming back out this way with a back fist, here you're not doing that. Here you're doing this, or oh shit, how is it? Okay, you're here. Now this part's gonna go in just like that, but not this hand, but it just goes here. It goes through, but then you just let it go. Now same thing. It's gonna go through, but to the side now. Same move, but to the side. Now this hand, oh, I'm sorry. Now this one goes through and out. Now this one goes to the side, as this one goes here through. Now this one's gonna come down here, while this one goes through to the side at the same time. So they fold. They fold. Here it just looks like an overlap, like part of the form, but when you want to use it, you need that overlap. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Oh shit! I think the time ran out.
Oh, no, that's just me losing battery power.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Oh, actually, yeah, we have.
Like
I think we have 4 minutes or so.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Cool. Could you do that part over again, just a little bit? Because that was good. Yeah. So just keep in mind there on that part, it's like the on this part, that's good. Here. I'm sorry. So here. Now, way down here is where you do that, right? Just remember on this part, when it goes through, it just kind of like goes through. It's just like these ones. It goes through. Yeah, actually, that's actually good enough. I don't need to add. If I add more to that, it might make it confusing. That's actually really good. Because you're doing it with the shoulders loose. And that's all that's what you're doing with the shoulders in like in a neutral position. Oh, and also, remember, you don't want to go over 45 degrees. To do with the legs, it's hard to get to 45 degrees with if you do all legs. That's it. Well, it's gonna cut off. I'm always talking when it cuts off. So that's good work. Good work. That's very good work. If you want, I could do it one more time just so you can see it if it makes any more sense.
Sure.
And then it's gonna cut off in a second, but just if this helps at all. You want to get that flow, right? See how they just kind of keep their position? Twist. You want to do this like 3 times, but I'll just keep doing this so you can see the move. So I'm really doing the move here with the legs. I'm turning, turning. Right, and I get out of the way of the move. Same thing, I shift. Now this is gonna do all the move. Turn, get out the way. See, I'm not